Morning, everyone. We've lived here 4 years, and in that time, I think I've got maybe 4 puny little tomatoes. It absolutely kills me that we've lived here 4 years and I haven't been able to get a bountiful harvest of vegetables. It's October 1st, it's a beautiful sunny morning, and we have absolutely nothing to show for harvest, especially tomatoes. Like, they're the easiest thing to grow. So here's what happened. Oh God, that's brighter than I thought. Much better. Hey everyone. For this video, I'm going to start preparing a vegetable garden, and I'm going to do that by laying down a tarp, the grass, to kill it all off before real spring comes. It's late winter here, but there's no snow left. So I figured this is a good time to lay down a tarp where I want to prepare a vegetable garden. Our front yard is kind of divided by the driveway in the middle, and on this side I'm kind of going for more of like a formal garden. So I'm gonna have a hedge going all the way around to box it in, and then in the center I have a perfect circle for a garden that's full of perennials. Now this whole thing is our septic tile bed. I don't really want to grow food on it, and I can't plant any woody plants that have deep roots. So that leaves me this side. This is the only other area that gets full sun. And it's not really used for anything. So I'm gonna create a vegetable plot over here. We've got the fence line. I've already started burning last year old wood and stuff to kill the grass. But it's a pretty good open area. I'm gonna have to clean it up. The one thing I want to do is make sure I leave enough space for the tractor to get by and go around the entire thing. So let's go measure the mower deck. All right, so that step's done. Now we just gotta wait for the sun to work its magic, and the heat and no sunlight will kill all this grass off, and then we can rototill it down. I'm working on the vegetable garden today. As you can see, I've already prepped the area. So this is where I had the tarp, and it worked awesome. I had it there for like, I have no idea, maybe 2 months. And then I shifted it that way, and it pretty much killed everything. So then I brought in the tractor and just kind of roughed everything up and skimmed off the top. Dumped it over there for now. So today I'm gonna make a little 2-foot lattice fence all around the outside, and then maybe even get everything planted. It is June 2nd, so we're running out of time here. Dad, let me borrow the rototiller. That's really cool.
Yeah.
My hands feel funny. We got the vegetable garden planted. I haven't finished putting up this wall yet, which is actually nice so we can get in and out a little easier before. We got 20 tomato plants on this side. There's Romas and then Beefy Boys. And all along the outside, I planted marigolds that I grew from seed. And then in amongst the tomatoes, I spread a whole bunch of onion seeds and beet seed and something else. What was it? Carrots. There's also a bunch of carrots spread out within here. We did not rototill the center here, so I'll have a little path to walk down. And then at the end here, we got 2 cucumbers, and hopefully I'm gonna train them up the lattice a little bit. These are pickling cucumbers. Then we had a really nice extra tomato we missed, so I planted it over there. We've got squash, 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 and then 4 rows of corn. The back row is glass gem, and then 2 other regular corns. I don't remember what. But we left 1 row open, and we're gonna sow it in a few days so that we'll have like staggered production. But yeah, so I did the squash around the corn because hopefully they'll grow into the corn, and apparently that will help keep raccoons away. And then I've got 2 pumpkins, and around them a whole bunch of Big Bertha green bell peppers, and then a row of dill. This garden was not nearly big enough for everything I wanted to do. We have a whole bunch of seedlings that didn't fit, and I'm sure this is not even close to big enough for the pumpkins, but we'll see. Maybe I can keep them trim. But anyway, so right now I had a big giant garbage bag full of sawdust and wood shavings and crap, and I'm gonna use that and just dump it down the middle path here. And then for the rest, I'm going to rake up a bunch of grass clippings and everything and kind of sprinkle it around to help the garden retain moisture. I don't think it'll do much for weeds, but it will help the garden keep moisture and stop the rain from splashing all the dirt up onto the plants. And then hopefully that will help. Ta-da! So I had some extra. I put it between the corn rows. He who walks between the rows. I think I'm gonna go empty out the table saw and get more. Bro, I'm trying to save you. Get out of the garden. Go on, go. We're tilling tomorrow. You gotta go. Stop biting. Just go. Just go. You're beautiful, but you gotta go. Oh, he's got like blue. Woo! Come on, up we go. Let's go. It's fine. There you go. Okay, got some corn, some dill, some broccoli. I'm gonna water the hell out of them, and that's that. All right, let's talk about my next garden fail, light requirements. So you just saw, I think that was like 2 seasons of me creating a nice vegetable garden in this spot over here that I thought was full sun. And if you're gonna grow veggies, you need full sun. I think the technical definition is 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Well, the first 2 years we lived here, I noticed that this area seemed to be full sun. It was always lots of sun, no shade. So I decided I'm gonna put a veggie garden here. That's the perfect spot. But what I didn't realize was that those first 2 years that we lived here, we had massive gypsy moth infestation. Well, I did realize the caterpillars rain from the sky. But what I mean is I didn't realize that this area was full sun because there was no foliage. So one of their favorite plants is oak, which is the main tree that covers this area. And we also found that they like maples, which is like the next tree next door. So this whole area was full sun, but it was because there was no leaf canopy going on above it. This year, we have no gypsy moths, and my garden didn't grow at all. And like we can add to the fact that I had a nice arbor entrance going to it, and it kept falling over in the wind to the point where this is where we're at and I don't even give a shit anymore. You can see I have corn here, maybe 3 feet tall across the road, like 6 feet tall. But anyways, I just let it go this year once I realized it wasn't full sun. So lesson learned, veggie garden, full sun. And now I'm gonna show you another thing. So here's the other situation. I had giant hostas that my old neighbor gave to us as a housewarming present, and this whole area used to be full shade when there were 14 more giant old, like 30-year-old beech trees here, but we had to cut them all down for the pool and because they're all diseased. And if you don't believe me, these are more beech tree seedlings, and look at all the brown spotting on the leaves. And then this old guy, last year it was doing great. Now it's got all this splitting going on. It's defoliated. It's not doing good. I've contacted the local conservation authority to see if like there's anything I can do or they can do, or they could come and assess the situation, but nothing's going on. So anyway, I probably gotta clean out all the goldenrod and all the weeds and weed whack all this. I'm gonna move these hostas to the north side of the house in full shade. And then I have some evergreens here that I might plop some of them in here. I don't know what's going on yet, but we're gonna move all the hostas. I hope you learned from this, like I have learned, that light requirements are really important for your plants. And next year, I think I am just going to do some raised beds in our front yard where that formal circle garden is. And that way I can see them every day, I can take care of them, I'll notice them. Wish me luck for next year.